So a couple of months ago, I dropped a video on monk rotation mistakes that you need to stop making. And it was such a great video that I decided to share some more tips to help you on things that I have learned since then. And you know I don't like to waste your time, so let's hop right into it. What's up, good people? It's your Final Fantasy homie Jay. And the very first tip that, hey, the YouTube community helped me with in the comments, I love y'all guys, man. Y'all share some great feedback, is that as a monk, when you face bosses that aren't on the map, that's off the map, there is no positionals. If the arrow is inside the circle, you can just focus on doing your combos. You do not have to worry about trying to get around the big boss, trying to get behind the butt cheeks that's not there. You don't have to worry about trying to spread out. You can just focus on your rotation. So any boss that is not on stage doesn't require any positionals. This is something I did not know when I first was playing monk, but now you do, so use that to your advantage. The second thing is that six-sided star. If you watched any of my other videos, you know how I feel about this ability. It has a very niche use, and I only use it when I remember to use it. But also the negative thing about it is if you use six-sided stars, so your level 80 ability, if you use it to get the movement speed, it actually slows down your global cooldowns. Like, it takes longer for your abilities to come back, and that could be because it wants you to run away. But just use that sparingly if you need to, or just not at all, and take it off your hotbar, because in reality you don't really need it. Now this one took me some time to get used to. You'll want to use shoulder tackle whenever it's on 2 stacks. Whenever it's stuck on 2 stacks, or you know that you're not going to need it, use shoulder tackle. Use shoulder tackle in your combination just to get that extra damage off. Every bit of damage adds up, especially if you're somebody who's trying to optimize your damage. Using shoulder tackle within your combos, within your breaks, actually boosts your damage, and it actually makes more use out of shoulder tackle than just a way to get back to the boss. Now this one, I've seen a couple of monks, I've watched streams, I watched other videos, and something that you want to get in the habit of doing when you do your AOE rotation is that you want to use form shift first and then go straight into twin snakes. Then that will activate your damage buff, which then you can just go into your AOE rotation. And because at, like, I think level 44 you get the 3rd AOE rotation that resets your twin snakes. You'll have infinite damage boost. If you forget to do form shift before you go into your AOE rotation, you can always start your AOE rotation, go into twin snakes, and then your 3rd AOE combo, and then just keep going that way. That way you'll always have that damage buff up and ready to go. Enlightenment. Now enlightenment is the ability that you can, in the heat of the moment, you cannot think about this, and it took me a couple of tries to realize how it works. Enlightenment has you have to aim it. So I don't know if some people know that, but you have to aim it because it shoots at a straight line in front of you. So what you want to do is whenever you go to use enlightenment, which is your chakra ability, so once you unlock your 5 chakras, use your AOE enlightenment ability, just make sure that you line it up to hit as many mobs as possible and not just flinging it around hoping that it hits things, because it will only hit the things that are in front of you in a straight line, and that straight line is pretty linear. So you want to kind of aim it up and make sure that you're standing in the appropriate position to hit as many things as possible. Don't mess it up like I did and was blasting 1 million over and over again. How much are you enjoying monk? If you're playing monk, how much are you loving it? If you're new to it, is there anything that you wish you knew before you started? Please comment below. I always like to check out my monk community, make sure y'all doing good, or people who's interested, you know, drop a comment on why you're interested in trying monk. And hey, you never know, there's so many comments that has been so helpful, and I just want to continue to build that community where we helping each other out. At 64, you'll unlock a Riddle of Earth. It helps to ignore positionals, which is great and dandy. You actually get 3 stacks. But one of the better things that you can use it for is when you're doing trials, boss fights, raid fights, and that's that unavoidable AOE damage that you're going to take. Riddle of Earth also makes you take less damage, and it stacks. So you can take up to 30% less damage, I think, if you use all 3. I think it's 10% per use, and you can use all 3 and take 30% less damage. That'll help your healers. That'll be a great way. So if you already got your positionals down and you ain't worried about what you're doing, you out there doing your thing, then use Riddle of Earth when you got these damages that's going to happen that you can't avoid, and it will keep you alive so much longer. Get in the habit of using it because it can be your best friend. And as always, if you want to hang out with me, my Twitch link is in the description below. It's a good time laughing, crying, and watching me die many, many times. Go out there and beat something up. But you know what? Never mind. Just go fight something.